Hello and welcome to my review of the LEGO Creator Expert 10264 Corner Garage. Now, this set came out in 2019 and I've been meaning to review it since about then. However, I haven't been able to get around it as I've been busy with other things. As you'll probably notice, this is my first upload in a while, but from now on they are going to be much more common. So let's get into this and have a look. These are the first 3 minifigures in the set out of 6 in total. And we have a mechanic in the little garage, on the corner garage, who would have thought. We have 2, one on the left and one on the right, and then the one in the middle is just a normal guy who can do whatever you need him to. I really like the torso of the one in the middle. That's always been a very good one. I think it was almost new when the set came out, but it's been used a fair bit since then. And then the ones on the left and the right are the same, and they are very common torsos that have been used a lot. However, we do have the moulded hair and hat piece here, which is very nice to get. And in terms of alternate faces, we have... well, we obviously don't have one on there, but we have one on the M1, and it's a slightly different face. See? There are the other 3 minifigures. And we have a child on the left, and then a doctor's on the right. Well, vet actually, but it's the torso that's often used for doctors. But it's actually for the vet section, building, floor, whatever. I'll show you it in a second. But then the one in the middle is also, again, just unidentified. It can be anything you want it to be. And all 3 of these are fairly well-used torsos, but they're nice to get. In terms of alternate faces, we have... I do check before I record these, but I never trust myself, so I just take them all off. Just got one there, so slightly less happy face. But good minifigure. There is also a dog included in the set. It's just a normal dog mould with the German Shepherd print on it. So, you know, nothing too special, but adds a bit more diversity to the set. I guess this acts as something that you can take to the vet, which makes sense. There's also a little scooter moped thing included in the set. In the, oh god, what colour is this? Is this light blue or violet? Oh, I'm very bad on blues, but it's a good colour, and it's just a normal kind of scooter moped mould with the dark grey wheels, so pretty simple. I should quickly mention there's a helmet included as well, so for the person who rides the scooter, they're all safe and don't, you know, damage themselves. The tow truck, which is for the garage, and it's a 50s design which fits with the garage, because this garage is in 50s design, like the Downtown Diner from 2018, the year before, as opposed to what they're working in now, which I believe is... no, I think it's still 50s. However, they used to work in the 20s style for stuff like Assembly Square and the Brick Bank. Anyway, this looks very good to me. It does look very 50s. So it's 4 wide at the... we'll just say these are slightly annoying. These are the mirrors and they just move a bit too much. But it's 4 wide at the cab section, but then it goes out to 6 at the fenders and then the rear section. From the front it looks quite good, and then from the back it's got a little bit of Technic action here. Really, it's very simple. It's just so that can be lifted up and down remotely. Just uses a worm gear and driving a cog that's mounted beside it, I guess. It's got a little chain on the back, so you can also attach that to things, and you can take this roof off, and then there's actually a seat and a steering wheel, and the doors also open on each side. So pretty much it. It's fairly basic, but it does its job and it looks quite good. The wheels don't turn very well, and they don't turn at all if you push them completely in tight to the push those little grey bushings in really tight. They don't turn at all, they're completely locked. But even when you pull them out a bit, they're still a bit, they don't spin freely. So it's not like city stuff with the good axles on it. So you can't really push it and expect it to go. But, you know, still good. So here is the garage. I'm going to show you it level by level. But first of all, I'll give you a little kind of tour around the outside of it. And then I'll start taking it apart and showing you the interior details. Now you're going to have to excuse some wobbly filming. I usually film on a tripod, but I'm now actually holding my camera. So, yeah, you're going to have to bear with it. But on the top here, we'll just do the top. First, we have a kind of deck chair thing with a sunshade, there we go. And then some flowers behind in like a little, I don't know, pot or something. And then we also have this little hatch here, which, if you can't be seeing that, but that goes down to the 3rd floor and then down to the 2nd and the 1st. But I'll show you that as we get into it. And then, right, I would say the outside of it looks very nice. I'm not usually a fan of this colour. I can't quite remember what it's called, but it's, you know, I'm not a fan of orange, and it's really the kind of orange I don't like. But on this, I think it looks really nice, which is quite something. There's the vet. Oh, and this here, this window, is supposed to be the same colour as all the other windows. I wasn't included in the set. One of them, it was missing. I got a 3 by 3 dark, 3 by 3 dark grey plate instead. So it's slightly strange, but I didn't have one in the sand blue in my parts collection, but I did have one in the tan, so I just put that in. I have sent for one from Missing Bricks, and it's on its way, so that's good. There's a little tree down here. I like the build of it. It was interesting to put together. It took a wee bit, but it does look very nice, unless you look at it straight on, in which case it looks a bit weird. But I'll tell you one thing that wasn't nice, was putting these on. Oh, you can't see. These, all of these, lining them up, they were quite painful. And also doing these 1 by 1 kind of pyramid prism pieces. But I mean, apart from that, it was very good to build. Try and get you an angle down here. So I'm going to be going around this in more detail closer up in a second. There's just kind of a show around it. Right, let's look at the, let's go down the way for some reason. Let's start at the 3rd floor. So this is the 3rd floor. Looks a bit odd just sitting on its own, but inside this is kind of a apartment setup. So these are the steps that went up to that roof, and then underneath there is where the stairs come up. And we have a little sofa here, which is actually quite a clever build. And then that is facing a television, which you can kind of see through the window there. And then over here we have the kitchen area with salt and pepper, and then a stove with a pan on it. And so that. There's also a bowl and a cabinet, and in the stove is some cookies on a tray. But that's that. There's also some cooking implements up on the wall there, a clock and a sink with a hot and cold tap. And in this little corner is the bathroom, but it's not really a bathroom, it's more just a toilet. In fact, there's not even a sink. That's not very sanitary. I guess you have to use this one here. There's also a rock and roll print. No stickers in the set, all decorations are prints. And then a truck up on the wall, because that's what everyone has. And a very uncomfortable looking bed. But it's pretty much it. It's fairly well detailed. I mean, for the size of it, it's fairly full. But yeah, the only thing I could have used would have been a sink for the toilet, because that's just, you know, wash your hands. Here's the second story. Again, looks slightly strange on its own, but still okay, I guess. There is a door here, and a little balcony. And then right inside. So again, this is where the steps from the first floor come up, and that's where the steps for the second floor, third floor go up. And then we have here, this is the can you see that? Dr. Jones Animal Care. So this is Dr. Jones's animal care doctor place thing. And then this is more like the waiting room. So there's a couple of seats here. You can get 2 people on this seat, but it's incredibly hard. But you can get one on that one very comfortably. And then got a table with a cup on it. And I'm trying to show you upside down. A parrot on a what are parrots? Is that a parrot stand? Don't really know what they're called. Some flowers in like a pot, and then a little map. And then when we go through the door into Dr. Jones's office, we have a rabbit there that's getting something going on with it. It's on the little kind of table. And then there's a frog there. It's getting some scans or something done on it. And then there's a newspaper and a letter with a reading lamp, which can be angled in all sorts of different ways. And then there's also a window where you can make your, you know, say you're here and that. And then there's another print. And that's pretty much it. There's a syringe and some scissors there. I don't know what all these things, I don't really understand vet equipment, but there's a lot of it, and I think it looks very good. It's a new idea that I haven't done before, vets, so yeah, that's quite nice. And this is all built sideways. That's actually a door piece there, and this is all sideways built, which is quite cool. But yeah, onto the ground floor now. Finally, we're down to the ground floor, which has the, you know, actual corner garage on it. So here we have a couple of rims on the wall, and then a tyre up here, but that is not what it seems. I'll think that in a second. We also have a sack barrier here, which is actually held down by a clip, which means it can't roll away, which is a very good idea. And behind that, there's also a broom. And then down here at the actual filling station is a 50 style pump, which you can take off from here and then actually use it to fill up vehicles. Well, not actually use it, but you know what I mean. And then there's also some sort of tool in here. I don't know what that actually is. I've been wondering about that for a while, but something. And here is the name of the garage. And then there's the kind of, this is actually quite a famous sign. This was on some sets from the 80s that also had garages in them. And then it's got the actual roller style garage, which by using this wheel up here, you wind it up. It's very smooth. However, if you turn it too far, sometimes it gets caught, which is what it's supposed to do, but sometimes if you go quite fast, you can turn it around the wrong way and then it comes out and you have to put it back in, which is a bit annoying. But it doesn't happen that often. If you just go slow, it doesn't pop. So here in the garage, we've got, well actually let's come around from this side. Okay, so well, this door here is up to the vet's place and then the apartment as well. And then if we come in here, underneath the stairs there, we have a tool cart. I'll get it out for you so we can have a better look at it. There we go. So it's a little tool cart, and fairly simple. It's got an oil can on top, and then a spanner and a hammer on it. But fairly simple, but you know, good design. And then there's also a wheel, what do you call it? Tire changer. So that's taking that wheel off that rim, or putting it on actually. Probably taking it off there, I think. And then there's kind of there's a cash register, and then some money on the table. There's a wheel going down, shown in the window, and some bottles of something. And then here on the floor is a lift, which can actually lift, and you can do it from outside. I mean, you're not really supposed to, but you can do it from outside. And that will lift something up. What you're really supposed to do, though, is get this little bit down here. God, this is a bad angle. So this in here, and then that gets pushed underneath. It's quite hard. Sometimes you have to help it up a little bit, and then that locks it. And if you want to know how you do that, it's from out here. There. So you push this a little bit here. It's that slide backwards and forwards, and that locks it and unlocks it. And there's a little door also out the back here, where there's a barrel of oil or something. And this is actually a corner building. I don't know if I made that obvious. And I will say the ugly sides aren't actually too bad. This is actually the worst bit. It's where you see that lift. But it's actually no, that's probably the worst bit there. But I mean, they're probably one of the best I've seen. But that's pretty much everything in here, and that's pretty much everything in the whole garage. So, yeah. I do really like the look of it. I've said this before, but it does look very nice. Just all put up together. It does fit very well, and it fits very well with the other sets from the Creator Expert modular building range, which is good. Just say this can twist slightly. It's just twisting of parts, but it's not too bad. All the spare parts from the set. There is nothing too interesting here. However, there are quite a lot. And also something interesting. I don't know why this is here. I don't think this came in the set. I think this was dropped in by accident. This came in the set. It was an error. But I don't think this did. But, you know. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah. There's nothing that interesting here. Well, there's a spoon. They're quite rare. And the scissors are also quite rare. But the spoon's probably the rarest. But, I mean, yeah. Okay, spare parts. So, overall, I think this is another very good Creator Expert set. It's just very good. It continues the excellence of the modular buildings, and it's a shame I couldn't review it quicker, but it's been reviewed now. My tape isn't holding the end shut, but yeah, I'm very happy with it. My biggest complaint would probably be, I genuinely don't know actually, probably in that door, how that door can sometimes come out. But other than that, I mean, the door system itself is very slick. So, yeah, I really like it. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.